Hi, hello, and welcome back. This is episode 13 of Adult Angst, and I am your host, Allie Sciulla. Hello, you know that. What's going on? All right, before we get into everything on this episode, even though it is short and sweet, believe me, we get into a lot like usual. I just want to give a shout out to our website design and hosting service. That is virtualheadshot.me. So right now, if you guys go to that site, you could see what their other website layouts and their other clients got going on. And if you want to take advantage of this sweet deal, you can go to virtualheadshot.me, type in the promo code ANGSTY, and you get 50% off a year with them. And that's for the design, for your layout, and all that tech stuff that I try to understand. I understand like most of it, but I don't know if anyone's ever tampered with websites, but it's confusing, Like, yeah, we knew HTML back in the MySpace days, but when you try to like go into a website and mess around with the tabs, things just explode, and then you refresh and you look back at your homepage and you're like, oh my God, where did everything go? Where did all my hours of work go? So stop doing that shit yourself. Get somebody who knows what they're doing to do it. And the people at virtualheadshot.me, give them the code ANGSTY. They will give you a discount and they will hook you up. And that offer is good from now until March 30th. Okay, I got it out. I said the ad. This is like the fifth take. I'm not good at this. All right. So how are you guys doing today? How's everyone doing? How has your week been going? Mine has been, I guess, crazy. I'm looking for jobs right now. So, when you're on the job hunt, I think everything's just really uncertain. And one place to be a server, I'm going to go serve some food. I don't have any experience in it. I have restaurant experience, but not serving experience. I lied on my resume. That's just between us right now. Keep it between us. I lied, said I have serving experience, and this place is fancy as fuck. And I got put on hold, which means that they're going to let me know if I get the job in maybe a week or so. So fingers crossed that I get the job, and then fingers double crossed that I don't spill soup and other hot things all over customers, because I am clumsy and it could happen. Okay, so let's get into some definitions real quick. I feel like Adult Angst needs its mission statement / mini TED Talk right now. So I keep getting asked lately, like, oh, what is Adult Angst about? Why did you call it Adult Angst? And, it's a new podcast, and besides the fact that I thought Adult Angst is a good title, and, I'm quick to say, like, oh, like, I guess I'm just a perpetual teenager. Look at me. Because I do know the way I dress, and I do know that sometimes it looks like I manage a hot topic. But, I really do, I really am an angsty adult. I really think I am. And I think this podcast is maybe selfishly a platform where I can explore myself and have friends and guests on where I can explore them. I think it's, it's interesting. Let me see if I can relate to people and they can relate to me, all under the umbrella of what angst might be. And if any of us are confused on what that actually means, I looked it up just so I had a legit definition. So here it is from Urban Dictionary. Angst is the unbearable anguish of life with the hopes of overcoming seemingly impossible situations. Now, this sounds incredibly dramatic, and I think a lot of these situations that could be something we're angsty about could be very trivial, but I think the angst part just comes from whatever personality you have. Maybe you take something trivial and you make it dramatic because you're just I don't know, a theatrical person, maybe. Maybe that's the way I always was. And I don't want to discredit or make it not valid anymore just because I'm 30 years old now and I am an adult. So I don't want to take away what I felt when I was younger. But I do know that, yes, I had a roof over my head. And yes, I had food on the table. And I was very fortunate to grow up in a good family where, nobody really beat me. I mean, I got backhanded, but that might just be an Italian thing. But I wasn't like abused, but, I do remember that, I thought my mom was a fucking bitch who did not see me as an individual and did not listen to my feelings, at least as much as I wanted her to. And I remember thinking my dad was kind of a pushover and would do anything my mom wanted him to do. So I felt like not in control and like nobody cared. So I would act out, and I didn't like going to church. Nobody cared either. They said, no, you got to go to church until you're 18, until you make your own decisions. I got forced into Catholic school. I hated it. I did everything in my power to get kicked out. And I think when I got kicked out of Catholic school when I was 14, I realized, if I do bad shit, I'll get what I want. So I just kind of, I didn't do drugs or drink back then, but I did know that the more I acted out, the more I could do what I wanted to do, which I guess shaped me to be the angsty adult I am today, which really just makes me so perfect for this podcast. And this is why we're here at the end of my rant. Now we know what adult angst is all about. We know what angst means. I hope that you guys who are listening, I hope that you can relate and that you too were once an angsty teenager and you have carried that angst with you into your adulthood, because there's plenty of shit to be angsty about now. There really is. And I can go and name all of it, but I mean, that'd be kind of crazy. The intro would just be like 30 minutes longer, and we have a show to get to. So if I have not lost you yet, stick around. My good friend Drake Peterson joins us today for episode 13. He is currently in the band Iration. So if you're like into smoking weed and you like reggae and you like all that shit, you don't know of Iration, I'm sure you do. Go check them out. He talks about, being in that band. He is the trumpet player for them. Yeah, that's right. I said trumpet player. So hot. Everybody wants to bang trumpet players. Am I right? So much hotter than guitarists. Oh, man. Yeah. Right? Totally. Okay, cool. Thanks for being here, guys. Here we go.
Funny, a lot of people that I know have like cheated on people in their whole life, and then as they get older, they're finally like, oh my god, I'm in love with this person, I'm never gonna cheat on them.
Well, have you ever cheated on somebody?
No.
Okay. I feel like when you cheat on someone, alcohol is usually involved, at least in my case.
Makes sense.
Like, yeah. I've never cheated sober, and maybe I used like alcohol as an excuse to finally do it.
Right.
And my cheating was never like, oh, I'm going to sleep with this person continuously while I'm still dating my person. It's always like, me and my person aren't really doing well. And then I hook up with someone else. And like the next day, I'm like, I cheated on you. It's over.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is the noble way to
But this
cheat.
is what makes you different, though, is most people, when they cheat, they don't ever talk about it. Or like they'll tell their buddy, but they'll never tell their significant other. But you, I feel like all the times that you've cheated on someone, the next day you go and you tell them.
I do.
It's like you have literally zero. You're not like afraid to tell them, or you just are like, yep, I cheated.
Yeah. When I told last ex that I had cheated on him, pretty hardcore. We had that like agreement, that talk, like don't talk about it, but go do it kind of a thing. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I'm trying to.
The last guy I just dated.
I honestly, you have so many. I can't remember.
I know. Well, he
Give me
said
the first letter of their name.
D. How do you not know?
I'm trying to remember.
Fine, Daniel. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm saying his name.
Hi, Daniel. Love you.
But we kind of had this like, okay, if we're gonna do stuff, don't talk about it. And I was like, oh, that really makes me feel not close to this person then, because if we're gonna do an open relationship, I want to talk about it. Like that'd be kind of fun. Like, what'd you do? What'd you do? Should we all get together and mix it up? I don't know. So then when I finally like really hooked up with someone when I went to New York, he was just like, yeah, it's fine, but like I still don't want to know about it.
Right.
And I was like crying. I'm like, I feel so guilty because I hadn't slept with anybody. It was always like I'd just make out with somebody here and there, or like your hot friend that came over.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, Allie, come back to my house with me. And I was like, we can make out.
Why didn't you? You should have. He's hot.
He was super hot, really hot.
But you made out. You made out with him, and then you also made out with.
And
Yuri.
I made out with Yuri.
Hi Yuri.
Hi Yuri. Hi. We're just gonna use names on this episode.
She's this really hot Japanese girl who plays the trumpet.
Yeah, it's kind of a dork. She Yuri dresses up in like marching band gear because when you get a gig, it's a gig. And Yuri, she got this gig at the Grove, or was it the Grove in somewhere in LA, and it was with Demi Lovato, and she had to be like in a marching band outfit. And I was like, you look like such a little nerd. I'm so proud of you. Let me introduce who I'm talking to. This is my longtime, good time, possible secret lover, Drake Peterson. Hi,
Not
Drake.
to be confused with the rapper Drake. I know I sound like him, and
yeah,
we come from the same background.
Degrassi,
Canada. Kind of. I'm super dark tan skin.
In a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Do you know he was in a wheelchair in Degrassi?
I think I did know that.
Yeah, I used to watch that show. But yeah, Drake, I know I've told you before that I felt like I climbed the ladder of friends to get to you, and you were at the top of the ladder. So I had met Steve Sampson.
He's single now, by the way.
What?
Yeah. Sorry,
I have a chance again. Okay, so Steve, which was this guy that I just creeped on and crushed on from afar all through high school. And then I finally got a chance to hook up with him when we were like 22, and I went for it, and it was good, but it was bad, It was like
toxic bad?
Yeah, toxic bad.
Like the sex was good?
No, yeah, that was all good, except for the time he fell asleep, but
well, he's probably wasted.
He was wasted. And I cried. I was like, oh my God.
He doesn't love me.
Why is he sleeping? Am I boring? So I met Steve, and then I met, after him, his friend Kyle. Then I met Dino, and then I met you. And I kind of stopped there, I think.
Well, no, then you met my random chain of friends.
I did meet your random chain of friends, but it's not been like a solid, I feel. I mean, Yuri's pretty solid, but it wasn't like, I didn't feel like I had like a really best friendship with someone after I reached the top. And now I've just been like holding on to you, even though we got in that fight last year.
Yeah, it's okay.
And I was like, fuck you. Friends fight.
Best friends fight all the time.
Yeah. And it was cool. Like we had a falling out for like, I don't know, 6 months. That's
so much to the point that I made her move to New York City.
I did. I moved to New York, and I blocked you. I blocked Iration. I don't even know if I unblocked Iration. I want to talk to you about that. So how's that going?
It's great. We're having a good time. We just released a self-titled album a few months ago, and it's doing really well. And we are about to go. We just announced our spring/summer tour called Live from Paradise, and we will be hitting the road in a couple months, doing our first headlining amphitheater tour.
Yeah, I think I heard that Pepper is on it, and they're opening for you guys.
Yes,
that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I love Pepper, and they're opening for you guys.
The guys are amazing. Pepper originally, this is before I joined the band, but Pepper took Iration on one of their first tours and basically helped start, the success of Iration. So.
Yeah. You guys get massive crowds. Massive.
Yeah. I'm always surprised at a reggae show or festival because, you don't always hear these bands on the radio, but then you go to these shows and it's like there's thousands of people there that know every word to the song and know all these bands. And
like everyone's good looking. Yeah. Like you guys have like good looking fans. And I think people just want to like, chill out and smoke weed and listen to like mellow music.
Yeah.
Either they want to like go out and like do EDM and like do fucking hard drugs, or they want to like chill out and go to like a reggae thing. I want to go see you guys in Pepper.
Yeah.
God damn. I'm just going to like be your groupie.
We'll be in Irvine at 5 Points Amphitheater. Right, which is if you're not familiar, it's in Southern California in Orange County. And we'll be there, I think, in August or something, July.
Oh, my God, it's my birthday month.
Yeah, so you should come.
Okay,
That'd be a good time.
Sweet, let's go. I'm going. Get me in. I have no money.
Absolutely. Come on, girl. I'll get you on the list.
I know. Yay, I'm so excited.
But there's some people you have to sleep with, but it's not a big deal.
Have I already slept with them, though? Does it count?
You have not.
Okay.
There's a whole new chain of people, a whole new ladder.
Oh, wow. Awesome. That's kind of weird. So you and I were both from Orange County. We're from the same little pocket of Orange County. And I feel like people who haven't escaped that little pit all sleep with each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I never slept with any of my friends.
I mean, we all thought you were asexual.
Yeah, I know.
and I was surprised to find out you weren't. I
probably slept with all of your friends.
You slept,
meaning like I probably slept with people that you didn't know I slept with.
We're yeah, exactly, outside the circle, but in the circle we were just like, does Drake even fuck ever? I guess not. Yeah, the first time I ever met you, I know you said weird shit, but we were all high and drinking. Those were like the Dino apartment days, where I left this box of paint at Dino's house. So me and Dino would always paint at his house on canvases like normal people. And I left like 2 crates of paints over there. And I came over one day. I think I was like coming to pick you guys up to, I think, go see Pepper. I think that might have been why.
Oh, shit. Yeah, actually that was.
I think it was.
Not the car accident.
Wow, isn't that crazy? We went to go see Pepper, and now Pepper's opening up for the band you're in. That's fucking nuts. But I walk into Dino's apartment, and Drake and Dino have defaced the entire apartment with paint, and it says like cunt, slut, like I don't even know. There was something like some Jesus bullshit where I was like, that's crazy. Oh, no. Like you can't really fuck with Jesus like that, you know. And then we went and saw Pepper. And then when Dino drove my car home as like the supposed DD, he crashed it onto a freeway on-ramp. Wow.
Which you made him pay $3,000 for, by the way.
Yes,
Even though you had insurance.
My dad might have pulled a fast one.
I think he did.
See, that's what happens when you drive your cars that your parents own. Because that was my mom and dad's Mercedes that they technically let me drive. Yeah. And right now, that car you just saw that I pulled up with, that's the first.
The Mini Cooper.
The Mini Cooper. That's the first car I've ever personally bought. So
do you want to trade?
What do you
I'll take the Mini Cooper, and you'll take the Toyota Camry.
Oh, God.
But I used to have a Mini Cooper, and that thing was a pile of crap. Can we say crap?
You could say anything.
I'm just kidding.
You could say shit that's against Jesus right now, just like you did on that wall, and it wouldn't matter.
No, I love Jesus, for the record.
Do you love Jesus now?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I don't hate Jesus.
I think he probably feels the same about you, to be honest.
I think he's a very attractive man.
Yeah.
Or woman, whatever. Or he, she, they, whatever pronoun. No, but the Mini Cooper I had, I bought it for like 10 grand. 6 months later, I took it to get fixed, and they said it was total just because of all I bought a lemon.
Yeah, you kind of had that Mini Cooper for like, I don't even know, like 6 months, I felt, literally.
The thing that broke the camel's back was I needed to get my headlight fixed, and it was $2,000. So I was like, fuck this. So I sold it.
Like, okay,
and
nice.
I went back to the Toyota, which is a good, reliable car.
So Toyota Camry is the one car I've sworn off to never drive.
Why?
Because that was the car that I was in when I got involved in that car accident back in high school.
Oh.
Yeah. So like I've sworn off Toyota Camrys and System of a Down.
System of a Down. Oh, because you were listening to
yeah, we were listening to System of a Down when we crashed.
That's gnarly.
And it was such a life-changing crash that I was like, I was like, fuck that band and fuck those cars, even though like those cars are reliable and that band's a good band.
A lot of my friends are good friends with one of the members of the band. Well, you know Lacey. She knows
like the
Darren,
main dude or something.
I've never met him, but that's just funny because it's like literally in where we are right now is like there's 1 million people that live all around us that are all probably in like a cool group like that, like System of a Down
in the industry.
Yeah.
Oh, like in like
like they could be in that house right there. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, totally. It's like when I was doing Uber out here in LA. I did it like 2 years ago for about 2 years. And I gave a ride to just like various people in like different bands. One was from, was it Sum 41? It wasn't Sum 41.
Love that song.
Damn. Classic. Classic. What was it? Was it Switchfoot? It will come to me later. It was like something with an S. And he was like day drinking with his like baby daughter. In a car seat, and I took them up into the hills to like a studio, and he's like, yeah, I'm the bass player for band with an S that will come to me in a second. And I was like, no way, like I'm a loser driving you to your fucking studio. Sweet.
Whenever this might just be me, but whenever someone says day drinking, it makes me so like excited because if you're day drinking, I mean, there's two, you can obviously be an alcoholic, but if you're day drinking, that means you don't have anything to do that day. And it's just like, I associate that with like a fun day, like brunch.
Sugar
something.
Ray. It's Sugar Ray. It just came to me. I was listening to you, though.
Was it Mark McGrath?
No, it was the bassist.
Oh.
Yeah. I think I would have known. I was like, you're the main dude from Sugar Ray. Is it every morning there's a hit? Is that Sugar Ray?
Sugar Ray.
Well, okay, back to brunch. I've had fucked up brunches with you.
I love brunch. I think I'm going to get a tattoo because I have on my
brunch
left
for life.
hand, it says Serenity Now.
Yeah.
But then I think on the other arm I want to put Brunch Now. Would that be stupid?
I was thinking I mean, it's not super dumb. It's not like the worst tattoo you could get. What if you got like Brunch Life?
Brunch Life? That's
instead of like Thug Life, but
Thug
it's like
Life.
written like Thug Life, like on your stomach. Yo, Brunch Life.
I need to work on it.
Yeah.
But if you drank right now, if you're still sober, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
How
you.
long has it been?
I'm on, what's today's date? It's been 4 months.
So you'll know when Allison stops being sober is because there won't be any more episodes of this show.
Yeah, and I've definitely cheated on my boyfriend. And I've tried to throw myself at Drake again. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Well, that was so funny. When I threw myself at you, it's before I knew that you were gay.
You just outed me?
I just outed you. Oh, my God. So I was in between I've been couch surfing. I love that coffee cup, by the way. Homosexual tendencies. We're gonna get a photo of that later.
This is my roommate Harpal's.
That's great.
He has all these fun things.
I love that. So yeah, I was couch surfing for a long time in LA, and when I was staying at Drake's house, I was on this air mattress in the living room, and we were both like drunk. I was probably drunker than you. I'm not sure. And it was like, good night. Okay, good night. And he was in his room, and I'm in the living room. Once again, didn't know you're gay. I was just like, like I'm single. Like, what if I'm drunk? Like, what if we just mess around? I'm like going over in my head. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking ask him. Whatever. So I get up and like I knock on your door. I'm like, and you're like, what? And you like slide open the door, and I was like, hey, and you're just like, no. And I was like, what? I didn't even say anything. Yet. You're like, no, I know what you're going to say, and no. And I was like, dude, why not? Why don't we just try it out? We're both friends.
Oh, my God.
It's cool.
This is why I love you, because you can just, like, retell the story, and it's, like, not a big deal. Most people be like, oh, God, I'm never going to talk about this.
I'm so embarrassed.
We're going to pretend like this never happened.
Yeah. But no. I told, like, Amanda the next day. And she was like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, I don't know.
But I have to give you props. A lot of my friends have done that, have tried, but yeah. Wait, what was I going to say?
Had tried to hook up with you?
No, I guess a lot of my friends hadn't tried.
Oh, okay. Got it.
I don't know why. I don't know where I was going. You need to edit that out.
I'm not editing shit. This is the one episode that doesn't get edited. And I'm just going to repeat when I say Drake's gay.
Over and over again.
Gay. Let's do the bad news segment.
All right.
Good news, bad news. We just became like a radio morning show.
We have, yes.
Like, we're so annoying. Okay, so yes, on the podcast.
So I went to get him. It's just fart noises.
Just fart noises and really loud rape horns. All right, we're going to do the good news, bad news segment of the day. This is where I think I'm trying this out again. I want to see if it's kind of funny. Where we tell current news, and we decide who has the worst story.
Okay.
So, do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Let's hope I'm doing this right. So, R. Kelly is charged with sexually abusing 4 alleged victims.
Bad news.
So it's really bad news. And the good news is that R. Kelly is going to jail.
He's going to jail.
He's going to jail, everybody.
Is he actually going to go to jail?
I mean, I would hope so. But the really bad part about this is that there's so many people that still want to work with him, even though we've known that he's been doing this stuff for years, for decades.
Dude, you karaoke'd his song.
Oh, that is my go-to karaoke song.
Yeah.
That is my literally.
I believe it was it was just 5 minutes of glorious karaokeing.
Yeah, but he writes for a lot, like for everybody. But
isn't it just so absolutely fucking absurd that let's say the guy who lives next door to you in apartment B or whatever, let's say he touches kids. That dude would fucking get in jail like immediately.
Right.
Immediately. But because it's R. Kelly, who's been like pissing on people and touching people forever, because it's him, he's been able to kind of like skate by.
Yeah.
To the point where like Dave Chappelle even made parody songs about it. Like we've all known R. Kelly pisses on people.
Right.
And
it's crazy.
Likes underage kids.
Which is crazy because there's so many people that would probably love for R. Kelly to piss on them, but he chooses to do it with people that aren't interested or underage people.
Yeah.
It's like, R. Kelly, you can totally come over here, and I'm sure one of the two of us is down.
If I'm drunk, maybe.
So in a few,
give me a few more weeks before I fall off the fucking wagon.
Now that you're hanging out with me again, we'll see.
I know. I just watched this thing on the news this morning where there's like new video footage of R. Kelly, like in a video with a young girl like commenting how young her pussy is. Like,
that's why Tekashi 6ix9ine he's in jail is because he had like a 16-year-old in his music video or something like that, and that was the end of that.
Really? How old's he?
I don't know, like 21 or something.
21, but still, yeah. Can't fuck kids, everybody. You can fuck a whole lot of things in this world.
Yep.
Just not kids. Can't piss on them either. All right, so that's your bad news segment.
Yeah, that's my bad news
Mine
segment.
beats yours, dude. California woman charged with animal cruelty after allegedly dragging dog while riding scooter.
Oh.
So this happened in Bakersfield.
Okay.
Which I think Bakersfield. I think it was meth involved. And the best part about this is there is video footage.
Oh my God.
So I'm gonna play you that video footage. What you can kind of see in this video is those like new scooters that are out that everyone's like just
the
renting.
lift, yeah.
Yeah, and then
Not
they just
lift,
leave. I don't know what they're called.
They're called Lime scooters, Bird scooters, Razors.
Oh, here we go. So she's definitely on one of these, and you just kind of see like the dog.
It's a home security video.
Yeah, it's a home security video.
Oh no.
So here's people riding their bike.
Oh, dude, I don't want to watch this.
And then here we go. Here it comes. Oh,
where's the dog?
He's trying to keep up.
Oh no. Oh my God.
So the good news is the pet owner was exercising her dog. That was the intent. The bad news is that the dog could not keep up with the electric scooter.
Oh my God.
But also more good news is that these people, they did report her and they did take the dog away, and the dog is alive.
Oh.
Yay.
For 2 more weeks, unless.
Yay. That is.
It's alive for 2 more weeks, and unless someone adopts it, and then it's gonna die.
Probably. If it gets readopted in Bakersfield, I don't have much hope for it.
Yeah, it's just gonna.
It's not a good place
to
exist. And I will say Bakersfield. I've done some fun shows out there though.
Bakersfield, yeah, no, there's a lot of we go to Bakersfield. It's always scary when you take an Uber in Bakersfield because, like most cities, they have regulations on what kind of a car you're gonna drive if you're doing Uber or Lyft. Mm-hmm. But in like Bakersfield or Fresno, you're in someone's like van that
it could be old as fuck.
Yeah, it's like
there's just like a dog being dragged behind it. And you're like, good old Bakersfield.
That video reminded me of Jussie Smollett being dragged in his. Did you hear about all that?
Yeah. I've been really just kind of baffled by it.
It's
and
shocking.
It's embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing.
That's more what Jussie Smollett did is more embarrassing than me trying to hook up with you.
Yeah.
And you shooting me down.
It's just crazy. And what's even crazier is that he pulled the black card and the gay card.
I know. And really he expected these two buff black guys to just put on red hats and be all pro Trump and assault him. That was part of his plan. And then he writes them a check, and then they subpoenaed him and found text messages.
Yeah.
It's are you he might be nuts, to be honest. To think you're going to get away with that.
Yeah. I mean, being in entertainment, there's people who are incredibly talented, and then once they're done doing their craft, they're they get you're lost. Crazy.
Yeah.
If just you go have lunch with them, and you're you're batshit crazy.
Yeah.
You're great on the stage, but afterwards you're oh my God.
Yeah.
So it doesn't surprise me. It's sad because so many people stood up for him, myself included, and it's just.
And now you're like,
oh
God.
What?
That's so embarrassing. Yeah, it's crazy. I've only met a few people. I think in the earlier. I guess I've only been doing this for 8 years, but I think in the first few years, I met a lot of crazy fucking people.
Yeah.
I think that's maybe more common. You meet the really crazy ones right up front, and then you're like, oh God, let me get away from these people. Let me not associate with these people.
Right.
And then I feel like it's kind of come together. Like now, I've suffered some losses with people I've worked with. So now I'm like riding solo, and I don't know. It feels good.
It's good. Riding solo is always, I think, the best.
Yeah.
Because you're your own boss. You are in charge of yourself. So if something works or doesn't work, it's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
Or,
But you know what's annoying?
What?
There's probably like 800 slut books sitting in that Van Nuys warehouse. Just hundreds of them. And not that I want them, but it's like a weird, skeleton to just like keep in there. You know? They're just unless like, who has thrown them into a fire somewhere.
Well, I would say that I'm sure one day, and if one day your old manager and you will probably rekindle things, and it probably won't be in the same manner. But I bet that you guys will eventually rekindle things, and you can take all these books and resell them.
I wonder, is it even good anymore? That's what I wonder. Like when you make something and then like years and years go by and you like take a look back at what you made and you're like, I was really into this back when I made it, but now I'm not, like, I don't know if it's that good.
Yeah.
I
mean, I'm sure it's good and it was great when I read it, I liked it, but I think it's always good to just always reinvent yourself.
Yeah, totally. I feel like that's kind of what I've been doing lately, like reinventing myself, Like not everything has to be, even though this podcast, we talk a lot about sex, but I don't think everything has to be about sex.
I've never had sex. No, just kidding.
Yeah. Well, we should try it out.
Celibate.
My mom, she's like, when you and Drake had your falling out, I still was friends with him. And I was like,
I
on
love your
social
mom.
media.
Your mom is my favorite.
Yeah, she's okay. We've been hanging out a lot lately. I feel like she's finally like on the right meds now, to where like we can actually like go out and like have like a good mom-daughter time.
Mm-hmm.
But she does like this shitty like devil's advocate thing that I think like, I don't know, a lot of parents do, where she'll ask me questions but like in a way where she wants to like maybe debate about it.
Yeah. But there comes a point when you just need to be friends with your parents rather than like be parented.
Totally. I think that's kind of what's going on right now.
Yeah.
And I've been like cool to them. Like when I'm over there, I'll help her with the laundry. I'll, do the dishes.
Glad you're finally finding your place.
As a maid for my parents. And I own a car now on my own. I'm a fucking adult now, dude.
You are an adult.
Are you 30 yet?
Oh, yeah. I just turned 30 last month.
Cool.
Feels good. I like 30.
It does.
I have no problem. I mean, early 20s fucking sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no one respects you. No one gives a fuck about you. And then now we're real people.
Kinda, yeah. Definitely. I feel like early 20s, nobody respected me. I also feel like it's kind of weird going on stage in your early 20s and trying to like talk about all your like situations in your life experience. Like it's so easy for an audience to just be like, what the fuck have you experienced?
Yeah, you haven't done shit.
You're 21.
Yeah.
Like you just got done with like maybe college, possibly for those who went, which I didn't. All right, let's play the Butthole remix. Let's take it out with the Butthole remix. Let's keep this episode short. Do you have anything coming up that you want to talk about or say or whatever?
No, I think we're good. Go check out Iration.
Check out Iration, yeah. They got festivals coming up if you guys are fans of that.
And add me on Instagram at Drake Trumpet Jam.
Yeah. And enjoy this sick remix that Drake put together for me. All right, cool. Until next time, this is Adult Angst. All right. Are you saying I have a big butthole? Bye. Are you saying I have a big butthole? Are you saying I have a big butthole? Are you saying I have a big butthole? Butthole.
I don't know actually what a butthole looks like.